Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm pretty excited to be showing you guys the new Noxon Havok T1 Core weapon light from Modlite. This weapon light does have 680 lumens, 69 candela, and a 75-minute runtime. And as you can see, this is what's going to come in the packaging. You get a charger, battery, and as you can tell with this weapon light, obviously there is just these things in the packaging. There's no way to actually mount the weapon light, so be in mind when you do purchase this from Modlite, make sure that you do have a way to fit this onto your weapon. This does use a scout mount sizing, so I went ahead and got a couple things. I got the Arasaka offset scout mount that you can buy from the website. When you do purchase this, it'll give you a list of things you can buy with it if you choose to, and which I did. I'm going to be trying this. This is new as well. The Noxon Fuse remote switch. So this is one of their budget switches as well as their budget entry. What you consider will be budget for the entry with Modlites. And it does use the T1 Core, which is considered to be the OKW Modlite head. And I do have the 100 Concepts light cap, which we're going to put on this as well. We are going to be replacing the Streamlight ProTech HLX Pro. Now, if you haven't seen the unboxing impressions of this rifle right here, I do have that video in the description down below, and the review will be coming soon for this. It just takes a little time because, you know, ammo's not cheap. So we're going to go ahead and take this weapon light off, replace it on there. We're going to be comparing the Havok to this weapon light. The size in comparison, we're doing as well as candela throw, because I believe the Streamlight has a similar candela. I believe it's 50,000 candela. We're going to confirm that with 1,000 lumens, while this one has 680 lumens, but it has 69 candela. So we're going to see if those extra candela can really throw it downrange. We're going to take a look at that later on. Alright, so taking everything out of the box, you can tell this is just some clean manufacturing over at Modlite. You got your tail cap right there. You can click, which we are going to take that off to put on the remote switch. And compare it just to the size of this light right here, this Streamlight ProTech HLX Pro, which we'll talk about that in a little bit. As you can tell, it's about the same size and length. I will say the Noxon Havok is a little skinnier, on the skinnier side, which to me looks a little better. That is opinionated, obviously. The Streamlight ProTech HLX Pro is a little thicker, especially at the tail cap, but as well as the head. I mean, if this one has a better throw on it, we're going to try this one out definitely and see. I just like the way this one looks a little better for me. Not as a lot of writing on here, just got a little bit of Havok and some Noxon wording, and that's it, man. This is a clean light. You do get their rechargeable battery, as you can see right here, it says Modlite on it, and you do get the charger, which we're going to have to charge this before we do turn it on for later on in the video. We're going to take a look at that. We are going to assemble this and put it on the rifle and show you guys what it looks like. I did want to go also over this Noxon Fuse remote switch, because this is a new product that Modlite did release as well. As you can tell in the packaging, you do get the remote switch, which can be, you know, installed anyway, but they do give you a way to install it via Picatinny rail, however you want to install it, which is kind of nice. Obviously, this is a Noxon dedicated flash tail cap switch, so you can take this one off, tail cap, and put this one on. The only gripe I gotta say about this is for the price it is, and for the price of everything you have to get to just install this weapon light, which obviously if you have a way to mount, if you have a scout mount already, you have a way to mount this light, perfect. You don't need to worry about that. Or if you have extra switches, perfect. You know, you don't have to worry about that. But people that are getting into the game of these, I consider a more premium budget line flashlight, which we're going to go ahead and test out tonight. I wish that this tail remote switch did have a way to actually, you know, activate the light via the tail cap right here instead of the remote switch. We'll just rely on that because if this wire does go down, we are going to have to like shove this into like the backpack or whatever your gear you have on you, and that's how that's gonna look on the weapon light. Like I said, I just wish that this wasn't the only way to activate the light. If this did go down, I have no way to activate that. We're gonna have to reinstall this if something did happen to this promote switch, which we're gonna test it out, see how durable it is. I'm gonna run it for obviously a long time, hopefully, as long as the switch doesn't go out. We're gonna go ahead and try that out. We're gonna go ahead and install this now and see what it looks like on the firearm. Alright, and as you can see on the gun, here it is installed. I am going to get something to tighten that wiring up, but as you can see, the light does work. I do like the smaller switch so that you're not accidentally hitting it, because it's a big button like the Streamlight one here, or the Surefire pads. I will say though that for the money, right, so this is what I consider a premium budget entry into the premium weapon light game for the firearms community here. It's a very, very high quality USA made Modlite company, Havok weapon light from Noxon. The press switch here is very nice. It's very clicky, when you hit it. To install it was a little bit of a pain, but we got it done. Like I said before, I just wish that the tail cap did have an extra button, kind of like the Streamlight here and Surefires do it. We're gonna have that extra, button just in case weapon light goes out, and it's useful, So if something goes down, you're gonna have that extra button to hit. I also point out that for the fact that the Streamlight here, you get pretty much everything you need to install the weapon light onto your firearm for, about the $160 price. The Havok here, just for the packaging that you get with the battery, the charger, and the weapon light, you're gonna be paying about, $180 just for that. That's with nothing to mount the weapon light onto the gun. You're gonna have to buy a press switch if you want that, or if you don't even care about that, you want to put this on your left side, your weak hand, that way you can just tap it with the tail cap, then that's no issue. I mean, the Arasaka mount here is only like 25 bucks. And if you are law enforcement or military, Modlite does do discounts on their website for all that, so you get a pretty good deal, like I did myself here. And it's a pretty nice weapon light. I'm excited to try it out on the range. And we're gonna go ahead and install this, and we're gonna show you guys that. All right, so with that, the 100 Concepts light cap is installed. I do like how there's not a lot of badging or lettering on the light, especially with this Ranger band covering it from 100 Concepts. That light cap, man, just goes on there real nice, comes out the way, and just go right back on. I mean, that is nice. Compared to the Streamlight Cortec HLX Pro, there is a ton of badging. I mean, look at the difference. It's in my opinion, smoother, cleaner, and I'd pay the price. I'd pay for this every time. Now we're gonna take both these lights, the Streamlight and the Noxon, we're gonna go ahead and take these outside at nighttime. Alright guys, so overall, I'm very happy with the Weapon Light for a premium budget line price and entry, and even though you have to get smaller things like the mount and the light switch separately, it doesn't come like that, like how it does with the Streamlight right here. I would still rather pay the more premium price, not because it's Modlite, but because of the quality of the light. There's not a lot of lettering, like I stated before, and it just looks a whole lot cleaner in my opinion. I like how it's more sleek, it's skinnier, and it just, to me, it looks better. That's very opinionated, but let me know what you guys think in the comments below about that. What do you guys think about this flashlight? Are you guys gonna get one? Try it out. I highly recommend you do so. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the next video. Like I stated before, just stay tuned for the review of this firearm right here, this PSA Saber, which we are working on. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the next video.